Okay, so we know that in this fast or whatever, so I just wanted to share something really quickly that was so profound in the midst of the fast. Yeah, almost to the 21 days, but not there yet. Got like a week and some change to go. Like, not even that much. So let's say we got about a week to go. So my daughter is in the military or whatever. She was having some issues or whatever the case may be. And you know, it was just feeling like it was getting overwhelming and things like that. So we would talk about it or whatever, and then we end up praying. And she called me today. That's why I want to share this video. So she called me today, and she was like, they brought her in, and she was surrounded by people. Like they tried to confront her and different things of that sort. I can't really get into the details because she's in the military, so we ain't gonna go that far. But let me tell you what happened. We prayed. After me and her prayed, I had to do my personal time with the Lord. So y'all, I have this Bible that my mom had gave. It is called the Complete Personalized Bible Promise. The Complete Personalized Bible Promise. And it has every promise in the Bible from Genesis to Revelation personalized just for you. That's what it says. So listen, every day, I've been doing this for a minute. I was like, I'm in the chapter of Psalms and Hebrews, so I read a Psalm a day and a Hebrews a day, a chapter of Hebrews a day. So today it led me to Psalm 18 verses 3 through 19. So I'm gonna try to read it as quickly as possible, and what you do is you read it, and then there's a declaration of faith afterwards. Lord, what is wrong? I'm speaking right now. But so once you read the scripture, then you make the declaration. All right, so it says, I will call upon the Lord who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from my enemies. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. The sorrows of hell compassed me about. The snares of death prevented me. In my distress, I called upon the Lord and cried unto my God. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him, even into his ears. Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundations also of the hills moved and were shaken, because he was wroth. There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth devoured. Coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens also, and came down, and darkness was under his feet. And he rode upon the cherub, and did fly. Yeah, he did fly upon the wings of the wind. He made darkness his secret place. His pavilion round about him were dark waters and thick clouds of the skies. At the brightness that was before him, his thick clouds passed, hailstones and coals of fire. The Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the highest gave his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. Yeah, he sent out his arrows and scattered them, and he shot out lightnings and discomfited them. Then the channels of water were seen, and the foundations of the world were discovered at thy rebuke. O Lord, at the blast of the breath of thy nostrils. He sent from above. He took me, he drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy and from them which hated me, for they were too strong for me. They prevented me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was my stay. He brought me forth into a large place. He delivered me because he delighted in me. So I'm going to read the declaration of faith, but before I do that, they've been really rude, evil, and nasty towards her. So it just was so like when I was reading it, I was like, what in the world? Like, what is happening here? So here's the declaration of faith. And this, like, reading the passage of scripture took the cake, but then the declaration of faith took the cake even more. And of course I shared it with her and told her to speak this over her every single day while she's in this situation, because the enemy will try to do a lot of things to antagonize you and make you feel like there's no way out. Like, I wish I could share the whole details, but I can't. But when you just look at what the enemy tried to do, and you know what he's trying to do, as a mom, you know you're gonna go to war for your children, because I was about to get involved. But then as I was thinking about it, the Lord was like, no, ain't no need to get involved. You come to me, because that's what we have to do. We have to lay our cares and concerns before him, and he's going to answer it. So, declaration of faith says, I will trust in the Lord, who is worthy of my praise. So shall I be saved from my enemies. When the chains of hell entangle me and the torrents of destruction storm over me, I remain safe and secure. When the forces of evil wrap their cords around me and I am confronted with the deadly traps of the enemy, I will not cower. The Lord hears my voice in the midst of the turmoil. All of this comes at the sound of my voice. When I cry out his name, he hears from heaven and rescues me in an instant. He reaches down from on high and draws me out of many waters. With him as my refuge and battle cry, no enemy is too strong for me, and no attack can overwhelm me. They may confront me in a day of disaster, but the Lord is my support. He draws me out of the fray and places me in a spacious land. He rescues me because he delights in me. Y'all. All I can say is, in this personal time, there's been a cleansing. There's been ears opening. I'm hearing. And he is answering. Now, I'm not fasting to get him to do things. No. But he is hearing me. I'm eliminating the distractions. I mean, I've had to really disconnect from a lot of people. I've had to really make up my mind that, okay, if this is not what the Lord has for me, I need to let it go. Or if it's not working the way I see it needs to go, which gives me a sign that it's not the Lord's will, in my heart, I have to decide to let it go. Let things go that the Lord has told is not showing it's in my favor. So I just wanted to share that because God is working. Even when we don't see it right away, even when we don't feel it, he is still working behind the scenes. And for me to actually read that particular scripture today of all days, after just having that conversation with my child, that was powerful. And I was just like, Lord, look at you. So, I just wanted to share it. I pray that you all have a blessed rest of y'all evening, because it is evening right now. But I love y'all so much. And thank you for just going with me on my journey. I pray that it blesses you, it encourages you, and it keeps you. God is doing a wonder.